I want to take you through just a really nice, super fun 15-minute express core workout. So what we're going to be really focusing on is, of course, the abs, the back, obliques, all that good stuff. Even our shoulders and our hips are going to be helping us to stabilize as we move through this sort of vinyasa flow for this morning. So grab your mat. Of course, I have my coffee. And let's go ahead and get started. We're actually going to begin today upright. So I will invite you, if it feels available to you in your practice today, to go ahead and be on your mat. And we're just going to be stood around the back of our mat, feet just about hip width apart. And let's begin. So we'll bring our hands up into Urdhva Hastasana. Big inhale, with a lot of space in the core. And exhale, just bring it down. On our next inhale, we'll lift halfway. And exhale down. On our next inhale, let's come all the way up again. Big extend, lots and lots and lots of space into the rib cage. And as we exhale, I'm going to walk my hands forward on the mat. So I'm going to just kind of crawl them forward and let my feet come back into a downward facing dog. So the eyes of my elbows are looking forward to open up my shoulders just a little more. And just bring some gentle heat to the body. When it feels good for you, come to stillness. Don't worry about if your heels touch the back of your mat. That's not our goal for right now. Don't stress. And just feel the body elongate. Now I'm going to take my right hand to touch my left ankle. And I'm going to return it and take the opposite. So my left hand to my left ankle. Let's just do a series of those. So touch, up. Exhale, touch. Exhale, touch. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Let's do a couple more. Come to stillness. Walk the dog a little bit. Bring some heat. And now we're going to walk our hands back to our feet. So come backwards, if that feels good for you. And to a forward fold. And big inhale. I've got a cramp in my right quad. On the next exhale, I'm going to take it down, but I'm going to walk my hands forward into a plank. So take a look. Our hands come forward. My wrists are under my elbows, and my elbows are under my shoulders. My back is not up, but it's also not down. And you come into a plank. And I'm going to walk back up. And you can come up to a downward facing dog, or maybe again to Urdhva Hastasana. Let's keep going. I pull up my leggings because I'm flashing you. Up, I'm going to come down, walk forward into plank. Come up. Let's do that 3 more times. Ready? 3. And up. And 2. And up. And last one. Hold it there. From here, maybe you want to dip the hips just a little. And bring it back to downward facing dog. Maybe here, let's take our knees down. And they're about the width of the mat. We're just going to give the body a quick tiny little reset. So I sit my bum back on my heels and I take my arms out nice and long. Tuck my chin. Big inhale all the way down to the base of my diaphragm and up. One more deep breath in. Let's come into tabletop. So from tabletop position, my knees are just a little bit wide. My hands are the same like my knees. My elbows and my wrists are lined up under my shoulders, my knees under my back. Here, let's go ahead and take our right foot back. So my right foot's gonna come back a little out to the side of my body. And I'm just gonna lift it and make sure that hip stays looking at the floor. So we have a tendency to want to sort of lift our back and spin. Try to keep it nice and flat. If that feels good for you, you might just want to stay like that and feel how the pull of gravity is feeling for you to maintain that pose. And if you want a little more, take your left arm, so opposite arm, opposite leg, out to the front and hold it there. If you still want a little more from here, exhale, crunch the elbow to the knee. Inhale long. Let's just do it for 5. So that was number 5. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it there. Take it long. Hold it there. Maybe a few pumps up. Maybe for 5, just for fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it there. And take it down. How does that feel for you? Maybe that feels really good and really natural and you want to do some more? You can if you want to, no problem. I'm going to do the other side. So my left leg is coming long and I'm keeping it just a little bit further out from my hip, okay? And I'm going to bring that leg up. Notice how I don't want to spin my legs open, my hips open. I want to keep them looking at the floor. Left, if right hand goes out, left leg is back. So we're going to just crunch it in, exhale, and take it up. Okay, let's just do that for 5. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And then let's pump it for 5 just to bring a little more heat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it there and softly take it down. Because this is an express class, I'm going to welcome you to come right back into downward facing dog. But of course you can take your time as you wish. So exhale, downward facing dog. Oh, you feel so good. I would like to stay just like this for a while longer, but in the interest of offering you a proper workout, I'm going to invite you to take your right leg up behind you. Now, keeping that hip looking down, and I'm sort of bringing my chest down, right in, get nice and long, 3-legged dog. And then I'm going to take my right knee, bent, bring it over to say hi to my left elbow. And up. We're going to do that for 5. Ready? 5. Up. 4. Up. 3. Up. 2. Up. And 1. Pump. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh! Take that foot down. Let's do it on the other side. Hurry, ready? No? I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to go ahead. Take your left foot up. Nice and tall. And exhale. 5. Up. 4. Up. And 3. Up. And 2. downward facing dog. Come over onto your mat and pull up my legs. You know, I got a real body. I have 3 kids. I sometimes have rolls in my tummy. Look. Okay, YouTube. Now you know. Take your hands out nice and tall on the mat and stretch down. Let's bring it up to our tabletop again. Just because I'm feeling to right now, some gentle cat-cows as I inhale, looking forward, and exhale. Let it all go. And down. Good. Let's go ahead and come to our seat on our bums on the mat. So you're sitting on your bum, and my feet are just about hip width distance, so they're just not together. That's all. Okay, and that's just to help keep me some stability in the next pose that we're gonna do, the next asana. So there are lots of ways to go about this. Isn't that a metaphor for life? So keeping my shoulders down, relaxed, and push just ever so slightly back. Okay, so they're nice neutral spine. I'm going to hold my knees for support just to show you. I just lean back a little bit. Okay? Now, if that starts to feel good and comfortable for you, I now let go. Okay? Let go. Just let go. Let go. Okay. From here, what I invite you to do, if it feels nice for you today, maybe take your right leg up. If that feels still steady and comfortable, maybe take your left leg up, but keep those legs bent. Okay? How does it feel to let go of your knees and just sort of float for a second? If that feels really good, maybe you want to take your legs long. Point your toes, look at your toes. High toes, and reach. How does that feel? Good. Come back to seated. This is meant to be for all levels, so I'm going to invite you to challenge yourself to the degree that feels good for you today. Okay, so coming back into that pose, maybe you're just like, no problem. Or maybe you want to take your time. Whatever feels right for you today, let's go ahead and do it. So I'm going to take my knees bent. I'm now holding on, and it feels good to point my toes and make a boat pose. Then there you go. Excellent. Now let's add to that. Let's slowly take our legs towards the floor, and let's kind of reach my hands to my legs. I feel a shake. You might see me shake. And now maybe take my hands out long behind me. Maybe rock. And release very slowly. Hands come out to the side. Legs are long and relaxed. If you feel to, we'll try that one more time. And then we'll do some gentle stretch, and you will be on your way. It's really express, right? You can just watch this video, jot down the exercises, and do so many as you want. You want to do what's called train to failure. Okay, that's a personal training term, not a yoga term. That's until your muscles are just exhausted. Now, I'm in my boat pose. I'm going to exhale, take it low, see my shoulders and my heels are hovering. I'm going to take my arms out long. I'm going to rock and gently release. Let's go ahead now and take our feet onto the mat, just from this position. I want to offer you a different way of looking at your bridge pose before you go today. So keeping my hands at my sides for now. When I inhale, I'm going to lift my hips off the floor. Typically when we do this pose, we're really clenching in our seat, in our bum, okay? I invite you to bring it up and let the glutes be relaxed. If that feels okay, maybe take your arms under you and hold up there, but consciously let the bum go. Let it go, let it go. And then just release. Really lovely. To finish off for right now, I would like you to go ahead and lie down on your tummy, okay? And just to finish for today's super duper express little workout, we can take our hands beside our chest and maybe come up about halfway. And imagine you're trying to pull your mat back towards you with your hands. That's letting the chest expand just a little more. With each inhale, let's come up a little taller. And one more. Child's pose. And I invite you to stay in your child's pose, come into a shavasana, or just repeat this again and again until you feel as though you've just had enough and you can't stand to do another second, in which case it's time to probably call it quits. And otherwise, I hope that you have a beautiful day. Thanks for joining me. Super, all levels, core, express. Go ahead and do this throughout the day as you wish. And I'll see you again tomorrow with something else new and exciting.